Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Big T Anderson. I'm the Pacific Villain, and I am the curator of this Indie Spotlight series, and today we are doing Roguelight, and you can probably tell I'm a little bit calmer. I actually had already recorded this, but like the master of ceremonies that I am, like the gaming bloodhound that I am, I deleted the recording. So go me. Anyway, let me just take a swig of hydration here. Alright, feels good. Now, what I'm trying not to fail at today is this game, Roguelite. As you can see, it has that very dark and foreboding atmosphere, and it does it very well. You see a lot of torches, you see a lot of things. You have your bow and arrow, but you only have so many arrows. And if you suck at aiming like me sometimes, you're just gonna go, ammo? I don't need ammo, I'm just gonna fall into spikes and whatnot. But one of the big things really isn't the enemies, so to speak. It's what's hiding in the darkness. You get light from charging your arrows. Sounds great, but once again, you only get so many. You start off with 4. Now, one of the other things is you notice I can collect coins. That will be for upgrades later. But there is a little bit of a caveat with that. So, we must be careful, we must be smart, but most of all, we must have fun, because just listen. Just think, as your mind goes wild. It's like the start of a Twilight Zone episode. Someone falls down a hole with a bow and arrow. They're hunting one day, and they land in this ancient ruin, and there's all these small lights guiding them here and there. But what's hiding in the darkness? What's coming out to get them? Or, of course, just fall in a spike pit and die. That works too. I'm not going to judge. Anyway, here's all the upgrades we can get right now. As you can see, plenty of them. Arrow speed, arrow number, double arrow chance, health, -1 damage, which that would be fun, but as you can see, a lot of these are pretty expensive. 145, 95, 50, 200. Now, as you can see, I still have a coin left. Well, that's great, right? That means I can use that for something else. Well, let me just show you something. I wish I could get those right now. That'd be really nice, but all spare coins lost. I can walk in a billionaire, does not matter, because when I leave it, I leave all my money behind. I start at 0 again. So, that means we need to be very careful on how we spend. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, that's dependent on how well we play. Personally, the writing side of me, actually, I'm listening to this, and this is one of those games I'm probably going to keep playing just so I can kind of get that dark, foreboding feeling. And while I remember, I actually have my little notes here, because I do research. Roguelite. Daniel, since you can name your own price, I would suggest pay what you can for it, but you could also, everyone knows you could just pay 0, but in any case, it is worth something. I would definitely give it a crack, and if you have the extra change, toss it their way. Let's see what we got here. The credits, I'm going to read them out. As I try to give these guys, whoever coming together, making something like this, bring this dark, foreboding atmosphere to life, very well done. It's very hard to do, especially nowadays. I feel like everyone's trying everything. It gets harder to do it. And as I hit the reset button, I know it. Don't talk. Don't you dare. I know about it. Anyway. This is still one of those games that I would use this just as a writing aid. I love how it captures. There's so many lights that you can't still see anything. It's a nice balance. The bow can help you see, but there's a chance how how many shots do you have? You have to fire. You can't collect your ammo again. Sometimes you can't charge up a shot and then stop for a light. That doesn't work. So how does everything kind of come into play? And it's done in a way that not a lot of games have done really well. I mean, most games, if you have a weapon and you're doing stuff like this, you know, it's called survival horror, but it's really just like a really messy shooter. This, you actually have to be careful. You don't have the magical MacGuffin du jour. You don't have this big magnum. You have 4 arrows to start with, and you better hope you don't miss. Like that. Because, you know, once again, I'm just a shining beacon of wonderful gaming ability. No, we all know I suck at this, and I would have a montage after this, but, you know, actually that... Tell you what, let me make a note here. I'll do something. Make a note. Well, if I make it to 100 subscribers, I will do a fail montage, which should be fairly big considering how many videos I've done. Ooh, level 2. Wonderful. Also, spikes. Also, as you go deeper, you'll notice there's less light, and you'll notice there's more enemies, so you got to be careful. Here, you get flying skeletons, which brings in aerial enemies. Very difficult to fight against. So, see if you can find one here before I, you know, fall over and end myself. And, ooh, there we go. There we go. There, you can see it right in the top left. Okay, so let's get up there and... Oop. Okay. We'll just go until like that. That was beautiful. I was brilliant. So I'm just going to cut it here. But you know what? As always, the link is down below. And you know what? I hope you guys enjoy it. Shout out to the creator, Daniel Linson, the developer, Jonathan Tree, sound effects and music, B. Holcombe, at Takori on Twitter, typography and cover art. Wonderful work, guys. I appreciate it. I do enjoy it, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and have a good day. Ta-ta for now.